Frost. 30. It takes me close to 30 minutes to just digest what just happened after Ginger leaves the house. Mhlangani and I are both quiet, obviously none of us knowing what to say to the other. God, it felt so good telling her off. I am wondering why it took me all this time just to do that. Are you okay? He finally asks, gathering the courage. I breathe out heavily. I have never been better. I tell him honestly. This feels like one of those days where my life cards play themselves right and I couldn't be happier. Breakfast, he offers. I had forgotten that he had even cooked. Sure. I walk to the table and make myself comfortable on one of the chairs. Where is Declan? Lillian insisted that she travels out with him. He was thrilled because that means he gets to spend some time with his cousins. It's beautiful what you guys have. I don't know so many families that have such kinda bonds. The toxicity is way too much. Lillian and I aren't perfect. We have our shortcomings, but we have made it a point to always have each other's back no matter what happens. I think that is something that has kept us going up to now, and our wish is that our kids have a bond better than what we have or will ever wish to have. I smile. I honestly wish some miracle would happen and I would have kids again. Hey. He raises an eyebrow. I know I have just dropped a bomb. I had complications after giving birth to Tumelo. Doctors told me there were very few chances of me ever surviving if I decided to have another child, so I tied my tubes because I wasn't going to risk it again. I don't know how to comfort you. I shake my head with a smile. It's fine, I guess bad things happen to the best of us. I mean, we all can't be mothers, can we now? He looks at me sympathetically. Don't do that to yourself, it isn't worth it. It's called acceptance. No, it's not. What you are doing is just hurting yourself. There are better ways of accepting your situation and none of them involve directly hurting yourself. I mean, if you are doing this, can you imagine what other people will do to you? Well, won't they be showing me honesty? The truth of what my life is anyway. No one has the right to ever make you feel like you are not enough because with or without a child you are, and that is something no one will ever take away from you. By this time he has served the food and has joined me on the table. My stomach chooses this moment to embarrass me by rumbling. I had no idea I was this hungry until now. Let us dig in, he says, pouring himself some of the tea. Do you know any good lawyers? I think it's high time I took this divorce seriously. Why? What do you mean why? Why do you want to take it seriously now? Is it because time is gone? And shouldn't that be a good thing too? Because obviously, like Ginger said, your husband will come back to his senses and the two of you will get back together like nothing ever happened. I look at him for a few seconds, calculating how I am going to respond. I know what I wanted, and that is to fight through everything that Dainty and I were going through, because parts of me believed that we could overcome the storm and things would fall back into place, but the past few weeks have exposed me to a truth that I was refusing to see. A truth that things ended between my husband and I a long time ago, and we were either too blind to see it or we just pretended that things were okay because we wanted to stay married. I pause. But it is over and done with. Yes, there is a huge possibility that he might refuse to grant me the divorce now that time is going and when he finds out about us, but I care less. I want out, and I am not going to give him a reason to think that he can still walk right back into my life like nothing happened, because so much did, and I am not blind to any of it. He reaches out for my hand and rubs it lovingly. I am glad you are doing this for you, because then you won't have major relapses. I was worried this decision was influenced by the fact that his sister is a psychopath who refuses to see things as they are. I laugh when he says that. You were never going to date her. I thought about it. I even considered it, but dating for me is different because of what I have been through in my child. I am not going to place just anyone in my son's life. He needs stability. I owe him that, come what may. Cheers to that, I say, lifting my mug cup to him. He smiles and clicks it with his. You are a good man and Declan is blessed to be raised by you. So am I, because he is raising me into the man I need to be for him. I smile and parts of me are smiling too to be crossing paths with him in this lifetime. You are smiling. I am happy, I say. ... Your friend and author, Winnie. Hibiscus.